not sure what was down here originally, but, oh, this might have been where we started, but where's Yathura? Because Yathura should have been right here, no? Maybe I've been turned around. No, there she is. Okay. Let us see if she acknowledges
Greetings, my friend. I do rather enjoy saying that.
I like how she didn't even ask us how we got our hands on the datapad to poison her. Like, she didn't put two and two together. I was kind of worried about that when I saw the option. I'm like, uh-oh. I just lied, and now I'm going to have to tell her about this, because, you know, it doesn't look like she has anything else, though, so
Come back soon, my friend.
He has her confidence, and he's not sure he likes that, he's kind of using her, but he's got to do it. Especially in this place. Gotta use all the tools in the toolbox to get out of here alive. Now, we've spoken to all of the hopefuls that we could possibly speak to, so I think we're gonna go down to the other end of the corridor. Nobody else has appeared in here, have they? No. Uthar. Before we do anything.
Do not forget our agreement regarding Yathura's
yes,
treachery.
of course not.
We shall put her in her place, should you reach the final test, that is.
I'll be on my way then.
Very well. You have impressed me. Definitely a good start.
Another Sith guard.
Greetings, student.
Right. Dueling room. Public soldiers.
If you're here to use the duel, then go ahead. I'm free for the moment.
What kind of dueling are you talking about?
This is where you get to hone your killing style. We get sent captives all the time to practice on it.
You mean we can kill any of the prisoners here?
You only get so many before the terminal cuts you off. Some of the students are a little bloodthirsty and get carried away after all.
It's barbaric.
It'd be a waste just to execute them. At least this way they leave.
What do I need to do?
Just go to the computer console and open up one of the cages. And don't be wasted. We only get so many captives a month, you know?
Thanks, I guess.
No problem. Enjoy.
Well, I am not going to stick around too long in this place because it is very loud. However, I'm going to jack open this metal box, steal what there is to be stolen. Computer spikes and ion grenades. And, Mac is going to quickly see if there's any way to stop this madness.
One of my friends went to find that crazy droid hiding in the ruins in the valley. He hasn't come back yet.
This Sith is not even interested in talking to him. He's going to go and look at this computer console, see if there's anything he can do. System loading. System status operational. Verifying identity. Identity verified. User status pending student. Number of combatants remaining. 3. We're going to slice the console. System override accepted. Enter command. Hack into the Academy's data files. That seems kind of useful. Let's do that. Data files, security breached, scanning files. File, student Dustil force potential, considerable. Fellow student, Celine, hindering progress. Further file details downloaded to personal datapad. Authorization Master Uthar Win. No other files found. Enter command. We can hack into the Academy's data files for 5 spikes, hack into the Academy's security cameras for 3 spikes. We've already done the data files. We can reprogram Academy sentry droids to hunt a target, 30 spikes, or we can attempt to open all the cages for 50 spikes. We don't have the computer spikes for that. We're gonna have to leave it for now. That's a damn shame, because I think I just spent what would have taken us above that threshold. I didn't think it was gonna be that expensive. We had our journal updated, didn't it? Active quests? Where? Dustil. We should have been updated on that, but I guess not. Maybe in here? Where is that? It's the ion grenade we just got. And another computer spike. Sadly, that does not look to be anything we can get. I'm gonna get out of here. Kill that off, that noise. I wish the battle music was not playing. Interrogation room. I think I'll quick save here. And you know what? Just to get rid of this music, I'm gonna try loading. Battle music when there is no battle is rather annoying. And that's a little better.
Maybe you can do better than I. This Mandalorian is proving more resistant than I expected.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get him to tell us where his weapon cache is hidden. So far, all the serum combinations I'm using are proving ineffective. If I bring his drug threshold too high, he'll go into shock and be useless. Too low, and he just refuses to talk. It's been maddening.
How do you drug him?
Just activate the console. It gives you a variety of options for serum dosage. The right amount applied at the right rate should do it. The real trick is that the only way to gauge your progress is to watch the prisoner closely for his reaction. Our scanners can't pick up his vitals.
And you want me to try it?
Certainly. Just don't kill him or send him into shock. He's supposed to be questioned, not executed. If you manage to get the location of his cache out of him, I'll be sure to pass on the good word to Master Uthar.
Journal entry added. Mandalorian weapons cache. A Sith information extractor, TM, has been having difficulty getting the location of a secret weapons cache out of a Mandalorian prisoner. He has invited you to try. All you need to do is use the console to inject truth serum. The right amount will make him confess. Too much, however, and the prisoner will go into shock. Now, as I recall, we need a certain skill to be able to do this properly. I'm thinking it's probably... better check. Skills. It's probably computer use, since we have to administer it with a computer, and I have rubbish computer use, as you can see. We might have to sub in T3 for this, but before we do, I'm going to just talk to him once more, see if he has any additional information for us. Mr. Interrogator, you're staring at the wall and you're not responding? Okay. Just like, no. Spooky statue. Odd double scythe. Looks like we have a metal box. Let's grab whatever's in here. Droid heavy plating type 3. Hello, upgrades for HK. Perhaps even T3. what do we have? Droid heavy plating type 3, upgrade class 3, defense bonus 11. The heaviest protection available. This type of plating is uncommon due to the cost involved in production. It is best suited to specialized assassin or assault droids, though such units are highly regulated. Well, not highly regulated enough because we have one. Quite like this whole droid facility / torture chamber they've got going on here. Lots of implements of sadism. I'm gonna try and talk to the Mandalorian if I can. Mandalorian is imprisoned and cannot respond. Well, that limits our options there quite a bit, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'm gonna not use my party selection because apparently I can't right now. In which case, I might just have to make a manual trip out of the academy and swap T3. So, I think what we'll do before we do that then is we'll go and head back to Dustil. And, see if we can convince him to leave the Sith. Now that we have the evidence that his best friend was murdered. Hopefully he'll come around. Not holding my breath, but it could happen. But where was he now? That's our bedroom, so that's Yathura. Nothing down in that wing, so he's probably this way. This is where Lesho was, so... Yes, there he is. Karth? That's not him, that's Shardan. Never mind. Let's go this way instead. Mikkel. So the boy will be down here, probably. And I will quick save as well.
Back already? So tell me, Father, where's this proof you promised?
I have a data pad I want you to look at. You knew someone named Celine?
Celine? She's the one who convinced me to come to the academy with her. Why? Where did you get this?
Look at it. It belongs to Master Uthar, doesn't it?
Yes, it's his, but he told me he said that she'd been lost on a mission in the valley. This says that they...
Killed her because she was hindering your progress. Superiority at any cost, Dustil. There's your evil. Or can you live with that?
No, I can't. I had no idea. They lied to me.
Well, there's the son I remember. Now, will you leave here?
No. You go do whatever you have to, Father. I have some other friends here. I have to warn them what's going on. And maybe I can, look around here and find out some more information. From the inside. Something that might help you.
I don't suppose there's any way I could talk you out of that, is there? I mean, you're not gonna do anything halfway. Sounds familiar.
I guess it does.
I'm proud of you, Dustil. You aren't hanging on to a lie after you see it for what it is. Not everyone could do that.
Maybe after this is all over we can... talk. I'm still not sure about us, but I'll listen. Maybe we can get back to where we should have been.
Well, I'd like that.
I'll go back to Telos when this is over. You can find me there. Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye, son. Good luck.
And off he goes. The boy becomes a man. Journal entry has been added, 250 XP, light side points gained, and items lost. And Dustil goes off to warn his friends, hopefully. Tell the other Sith what you just saw. Finding Dustil. Dustil's eyes have been opened to the true nature of the Sith. He is determined that he will stay on Korriban and try to both save some of his friends, as well as unearth more information. While it's obvious that not everything is patched up between the two of them, they did agree to meet again after events calm and try to make up for some lost time. I didn't say with who. I guess they mean Karth. Well, maybe we have a New Republic spy in the making. In any case, that is good news. Karth?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Do you think you'll see Dustil again?
I think so. If he's anything like he used to be, Dustil hates to be tricked. There's no way he'll let the Sith trick him again. As for whether or not he'll be my son again, I don't know. He's so full of anger and hate. I wasn't expecting him to be like this. Well, maybe we can work it out. I hope so. I guess I'll have to wait and see. Thanks, by the way, for all your help.
You're welcome, Karth. That's what our friend's for. If not rescuing your son from the Sith. Of all things and of all places that we might find him. He just happened to be here. Well, perhaps some good will come of it yet. If we can dissuade more Sith from joining, all the better. Now then. I think, I'm going to head towards the valley exit, because I know there's more NPCs and other students that we can glean info from up there before I run all the way back to the Hawk. So, let us do that first. Also loot up here as well that I can sell. Stupid fog of war, it'll bother me if I don't get rid of it. And we have more loud people in here, hooray! I guess they must be practicing. Goodies. Lots of goodies. Gonna be clicking all over this stuff to make sure we don't miss anything. Looks like some of this should be lootable. I recall there being... Yes, there's some right there. Construction kit and advanced med pack. Good stuff. Not you guys. Tactfully navigating around all these NPCs, trying to get into these boxes. That was Karth. Let us not click on him by mistake. It looks like... Oh, no, there were two. Alright. Good news. What's in this one? A computer spike and an advanced repair kit. Okay. Let's, I wish there was an alt key. I know I've said that before, but it is true. Tariga and Adrenis. A Sith teacher.
Another hopeful wandering about the academy. I suppose you want to know how to get prestige.
And who might you be?
I'm one of the academy trainers, of course. You'd do well to watch your tone with me, hopeful. I'll be one of your instructors when and if you reach your final test.
My final test.
Oh yes, you gather prestige to earn the opportunity to take the final test. You don't automatically become a student. You'll see.
And you know where I can get some more prestige, do you?
As if I didn't have better things to do. Has anyone told you about Jorak
No. Who's Jorak
Well, the first thing you should know is that it's not a name you should mention around Master Uthar if you can avoid it. Jorak was once Uthar's master, you see, and the head of this academy. He went a little insane, however, and Uthar forced him to flee to the surface and hide. It seems that Jorak has been spending his time kidnapping students who wander into the Valley of the Dark Lords. No idea why. I've also no idea why Uthar doesn't do something about it. If you want prestige, however, you'll find that hermit, as everyone calls him. You'll find Jorak and either kill him or bring back anything he's been writing. Uthar would like that. Now be gone. I have better things to do than chat with lost hopefuls.
As her animation just breaks there. Journal entry has been added. The active quests, probably. The Hermit in the Hills. You have been told about the mad hermit in the hills surrounding the Valley of the Dark Lords. Apparently this hermit is the former master of the Academy, Jorak Uln, who was forced into exile by Master Uthar. The man is mad and a menace to the Academy, and dealing with him might be worthy of prestige. We are certainly going to keep that in mind. Says we have new items as well. That was probably those med packs that we picked up. Yes. And the computer spikes. Okay. You don't have anything else for us, do you?
Another hopeful wandering about the academy. I suppose you want to know how to get prestige.
Yeah, can you help me?
As if I didn't have better things to do. Has anyone told you about Jorak
Yes, you just did.
If you, now,
In which case, you have nothing to tell me. Adrenas.
Achuta.
Greetings, Who are you? My name is Adrenas. I'm the Chamberlain of the Academy. Generally, I look after maintenance and supply here. So, you aren't a Sith? No, not truly. I serve the Sith, but I do not study and train in the Force as you do. Can I ask some questions? You are one of the hopefuls who look to gain prestige, yes? I'm afraid there's little that I can help you with. I'm sure you would prefer to speak to one of the students here, or perhaps the trainers. Well, how come you don't speak Galactic Basic? You're a human after all. Galactic Basic is the language of the Republic, but I come from a world beyond the edges of Republic space. There, the Twi'lek language of interstellar trade and commerce is the most common dialect. I can speak your language, but my accent is still very pronounced. Some at the Academy would mock me for this, and I am not eager to become the subject of ridicule. There are many humans here who come from worlds beyond Republic space, who seem to be more sympathetic to the Sith cause. Some of them are even training at the Academy, like me. Well then, I guess I have to go. If you wish, good luck with your training. Shows what I know. Tariga. Greetings, fellow student. Are you planning on going to the Valley of the Dark Lords? I am headed there soon myself. And who are you? I am known as Tariga, a student here at the Academy. It is my pleasure to be assigned to the Sith ruins, to study their past and unearth new relics. Take a long time to say just that simple sentence. You're a human, but you speak like a Twi'lek. Are you also from beyond the Outer Rim? I was raised on a planet in the Outer Rim. We're not part of the Republic, so we never adopted their language. I can understand Basic, but I am not fluent in speaking it yet. I am, however, quite fluent in the Twi'lek language, so I prefer to use it when dealing with others. It is nearly as well known as Basic, so no one will make fun of my accent. I think I made the right choice. I doubt I would have been assigned to the Sith ruins in the Valley of the Dark Lord if I was stumbling over an unfamiliar language. And how do I get to this valley? The exit at the end of this hall will bring you to the surface. There you merely follow a natural path through the rock, and you will come to the valley itself. You will find many Sith working on the dig at the southern end of the valley. If you head to the northern end, where the strange pillars are, do beware of the Tukata beasts. What are these Tukata? Local beasts that hunt in packs and are not at all afraid of attacking students or even armed patrols. They have proven to be a hindrance to our progress. Several attempts have been made to destroy their nests with tombs, but their numbers have proven to be too great. What can you tell me about the valley? There are 4 tombs that have been uncovered so far, each holding the remains of a Sith Lord from a time long ago, when the Sith were first on Korriban. We have found evidence that there were larger structures underground, a veritable ancient fortress, but it appears to have been destroyed. The tombs are all that remain intact. Currently we are allowed to access only to 3 of the tombs. The one furthest to the left may only be entered by Master Uthar, and those he brings with him. Fortunately, there is still much else for us to find. I am pleased that you have joined us. Anything I should be watchful for? Yes, indeed. Shortly before entering the valley, you will pass by a cave entrance. Do not enter it. It is full of dangerous creatures we call Shirek. The only other danger to speak of is the Ducata. There are guards that will protect you if you remain in the south part of the valley, however. And what are these Shirek? Flying creatures that lay webs in their tunnels. Webs can only be burned or moved by explosives, I believe. Best to avoid them entirely. Thank you for the info. I'll be going. I wish you well, student. What a pleasant fellow. Maybe the first pleasant Sith that we've met on this entire planet. It will be sad when we have to kill him.
How do you do, hopeful? Seeking prestige, yes. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to my studies.
Very well.
Sorry, I don't have time to speak. My training awaits.
Yeah, you guys look
If
busy.
Master Uthar gives you an order, you'd better follow it. There were some students who disobeyed him, and now they're hiding out on the surface somewhere.
Yep. Well. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have time to speak. My training awaits.
You guys are
Sorry, I
the
don't
only
have
two
time to
busy
speak.
people in the
My
academy.
training waits.
And you are exactly the same. Oh well. See if, move some of this fog of war.
Greetings, student.
That is the door to the valley. We're not gonna go there yet. We're gonna get out of this loud place. And head back to the Ebon Hawk. Now, we were advised not to talk to Uthar Wynn about Jorak, and I think we will keep to that advice. Don't want to upset the headmaster. But I think I'm going to leave you guys here and spare you all the walk all the way back to the Ebon Hawk. Hopefully I can actually just swap out on the outside of the academy, but it is hard to say. So I won't waste your time, and I will be returning promptly to take care of that Mandalorian captive. I shall see you soon. And just like that, here we are again, with T3 in tow. Torture chamber. It was this way, wasn't it? Yes. Now, hopefully I can actually use him for this puzzle, or all this will be for naught. Let's avoid the duel room. It's very noisy and loud. You have nothing to say yet. Neither does the Mandalorian. Incidentally, the Republic captives in the Mandalorian were changed. Their appearances were changed by the KotOR community patch. So now that they look like what they should, in my opinion. Before, the Mandalorian was stripped of his armor and the Republic soldiers looked like regular guys in combat suits, and I think they look better as they do now. Now, you might argue that the Sith would have stripped them of their armor beforehand. I don't know. I just think it's more thematic to identify them as what they actually are than to not, I guess. Use whatever method you wish, Sith. You will not break my will. My mind is my own, and I will tell you nothing. That is a very lame voice for a Mandalorian. Can you speak Galactic Basic? I know your language, Sith, but I won't give you the satisfaction of speaking it. Do you know of any way I can free you? You are trying to trick me. I do not believe you. Trust me. I'll help you if I can. If you speak the truth, then use the console to put me in a catatonic state. Your people will remove me, throw me away. I can survive for long periods in this state. I can escape. Then we shall activate the serum console. How do you wish to use the console? Now, full disclosure, folks, I have had to do something I'd really rather not do in this campaign, and that is add myself the appropriate amount of computer skill to be able to complete this quest in the way that I think it should be completed. Now, this is cheating. Like, there's no way around it. You won't have this experience if you play through the game, and I'm sorry about that. I don't want to deceive you guys in any way, but the reason I've done this is because in my mind, I thought as a player, I'm like, well, the game surely wouldn't force my character specifically to possess a skill that any other character could possess and be able to do this quest. There's no reason why I, as the player, have to administer this this serum to induce the catatonic state. There's no reason why I should need to know how to do that when I have characters with 20 in computer use, like T3, who would know perfectly well how to do that. That's why I brought him along. I brought him down here thinking I could use him on this console, and I tried to do that initially, but it doesn't work. It defaults you over to your character no matter what you do. And I'm completely against that. I think that defeats the purpose of party building, and it forces you to choose, quite frankly, just skills that don't benefit your main character, but for singular quests. I think it's just bad game design. Bioware has put the tools at our fingertips for all other situations, all other that are not plot sensitive or whatever, for whatever reason. This is a side quest. The actual effect of this is very little. I could go ahead and inject this guy with as much truth serum and solve this puzzle the way it would and gain dark side points. I really don't understand why that would matter. Like, extracting the information by drugging a Mandalorian. I mean, what's the Mandalorian to me, right? Why should I get dark side points for that? Ripping the truth from his mind, I guess. Maybe that's invading his privacy. Maybe the Force cares about that for some reason, but I don't. So instead of doing that, I would actually rather help him. And my character would be perfectly capable of telling his droid to do what he wants. The Mandalorian has told him what to do. He just needs to get the droid to do it. So, seeing as I can't do that in the game, when I should be able to, this is what I'm reduced to. I apologize, mea culpa. We are cheating in this one situation. So soon as this is over, I'm going to remove the skills from my character sheet that are used on this quest, because I don't believe we're ever going to need them again, and I don't want to use them for general use anyway. It's just to get us past this point. Sorry about it, guys. I've made this decision, and I really don't feel guilty about it. I think it's dumb constraints for the sake of having constraints to the game. It doesn't add anything, and it takes stuff away, so we're not going to be doing that. So let's apply this serum and induce a catatonic state in the Mandalorian. Thank you. It is in my ship. The cache is in a trapdoor hidden on my ship. Use it. I no longer need. I give it to you in exchange for my life, human. Light side points gained. Journal entry added.
What have you done? I told you not to put the prisoner into shock, didn't I? Now, how are we supposed to find out where the weapon cache is? Uthar will be furious.
What a shame.
I may as well take this fool and dump him somewhere. He's useless to us. I cannot believe you are so incompetent.
Well, he didn't care for that very much, but we got what we wanted, so... The Mandalorian weapons cache. You have managed to save a Mandalorian prisoner by rendering him catatonic. His body will be presumed dead and he will be dumped, allowing him to escape upon his recovery. He gratefully told you the location of his cache. It is unreachable by you, but its location could be given to Master Uthar in exchange for prestige. So we're giving the damn cache to Uthar anyway. We're betraying this guy's trust, essentially. He gave us this cache. We are unable to find his ship. The game won't let you go to Dredge Day and look around in other hangars for the ship, because there are no other hangars. The game wasn't programmed with any other reward for this information. He winds up giving you it anyway. So what was the point? What's the point of making us go through the dog and pony show of interrogating him when he's like, I'll never give you the location of our cache, and then he just gives it to us once we've done what he wants. He's somehow able to do that before he falls asleep. I'm sorry, but Bioware sometimes, they get on my nerves with quest design. It's dumb and nonsensical. Anyway, we got what we wanted. Let's go and betray his trust to Uthar, because handing a weapons cache over to the Sith is actually one of the better options, and considering I have no way to get at it as a character to claim a separate reward that might have been valuable, this is the only use for it anyway.
Do not forget our agreement regarding Euthura's treachery. We shall put her in her place, should you reach the final test, that is.
I know the location of the Mandalorian prisoner's weapons cache.
You do? That is most interesting. Where might that be?
It is hidden within a trapdoor on his ship.
How ironic that I recently had his vessel scrapped for parts, then. I had assumed it had been thoroughly scanned. Apparently not. Still, you have done well in bringing me information that others could not unearth on their own. I am impressed. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
I'll be on my way then.
You have gained considerable prestige. You are very close to the end. Do not falter now.
Journal entry added, experience points received. All that, and they get nothing anyway. And they claim I'm incompetent. Me, the one who extracted the information, and they went and scrapped his ship beforehand without even thoroughly searching it. Sad. Very sad. Very disappointed in the Sith Empire. Completed quests. The Mandalorian weapons cache. The location of the Mandalorian prisoner's weapons cache has been turned over to Master Uthar. He says that the cache is no longer of particular interest, but was impressed at your ability to gain the information regardless. You are one step closer towards taking your final test. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but how would he even know whether the information was accurate at this point? Oh yeah, sure, it was in the trap door in his ship that we didn't find. We have no way of verifying whether the thing actually exists because the ship has been trashed, has been junked. But we'll give you prestige for it because we're the Sith and we're all about taking people at their word, apparently. Anyway, this has irked me. I think I need a break. So, I'm gonna go park myself by the Valley of the Dark Lords, and, when we return, next time on Rag Plays Knights of the Old Republic, we will be jumping in to the exploration of the valley. Of course, I'm going to have to run my happy ass all the way back outside again, off camera, to swap out T3 now that we don't need him for our computer use needs. I better get to it. See you next time, everyone.